So when was your son diagnosed with dyspraxia?
It was an early birth. He was about 5 weeks premature, and we'd kind of noticed signs, up until that age. But all our relatives were saying things like, "Don't worry, he'll grow out of it," or "It's just because he's premature. It's when he'll catch up." But we sent him to not quite a nursery, but a very early sort of kindergarten school when he was 4. And within a couple of weeks, the headmistress contacted my wife and said, "Can you and your husband please come in and see me?" And she said, I think, well, she started asking questions like, "How do you treat your son at home?" And it was the sort of the insinuation was that, we were, bullying him almost because he was incredibly timid, and, he was clearly on the outskirts of any activity that was going on in the classroom, and seemed very insecure,
Hmm.
which we'd kind of noticed. But it was after that, we said nothing's going on at home at all, that she said, "Well, I think you should, have him sort of seen to," really. So we went to the doctor, and they said, "Yeah, well, I had a medical system at work, that covered the family, and the doctor said, well, there's a specialist, children's consultant, so take him there." It was only then that it was diagnosed.
What does he have difficult with most?
At the time, very fine motor skills, so things like tying shoelaces, holding pens, drawing, but also not very good at sequences of instructions. So you'd say to him, go and get a cup, then fill a kettle, then pour it, put a tea bag in. He'd like, "Sorry, what was the second thing again?"
Yeah.
So he wasn't good at following a sequence of instructions, and also, just putting simple like jigsaws together. He'd look at it and it was just like, "What's this? What's that?"
Yeah.
I can't see how to do it. If you
Hmm.
showed him 2 or 3 times, he was then fine. He could, but if you then gave him another jigsaw, he'd be like, it's
Yeah.
similar, but I can't work out how to get this together.
Sure.
So spatial awareness was a problem for him. Certainly, when he was very young.
Well, Desmond Fox, thank you very much for your time. I really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome, Quinn, and good luck with the all the other interviews.